Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my 1GP to Twisted Bow flipping series, where I am attempting to earn a twisted bow from scratch in under 1 year. If I fail to do this, I'm going to be giving away all of the money as well as eating a very spicy pepper on live stream. Well, this was a very challenging week. I don't really know what happened. I think everything has just been in a downturn, or I just suck. That is another good possibility. I did also make a couple of pretty big mistakes that cost me big time. I mean, on the plus side, the twisted bow dropped about 20 mil, so, you know, we're 20 mil closer now. But yeah, pretty challenging week. Anyway, guys, let's just go ahead and get into it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get started. Look at that, guys. That is beautiful. 981 mil in the bank. I'll go ahead and withdraw that and let's get started. We are so close to a bill. Let's just go ahead and get it done with. So I'm going to start with a Justiciar armor set combination. We have like quite a bit of money now that we can probably do a full buying limit of this and still not have any issues putting in the rest of our offers. It's pretty borderline. 150k on it. I'm going to go do it, but not happy about it. Okay, we got about a 100k margin on the Fremenic kilt and about 10 times the cost of the other thing I was doing, but whatever. Go for 15 for now. I'm gonna go ahead and try the Dragonstone plate legs because I see a pretty big price dip today. Try going for 2801 and I'm gonna go for 10 of them. If you remember in the last episode, I was going for the twisted horns, but I really wanted to sell everything off before the end of the episode, so I kind of rushed it, but now I'm actually gonna do the twisted horn again with a bit more time, and there was actually a really good margin. We'll try for 18,500. Hopefully that is not too expensive. About a 90k margin on the Hydra leather, really good, and has a nice limit of 15. And last up here, I'm going to do the malediction ward for a 65k margin. That's very good. We'll just invest the rest of our money here. Probably won't get 20, but whatever. That's going to be it for today, and let's see what we can get done. So it is the following morning, and well, everything went pretty damn well. We ended up getting about a 200k profit on the Justiciar armor set, and we did all 8 of them, so a really good margin there. So we got like 1.4 mil from that. We did end up losing 900k on the Tormented ornament kits. They just dropped overnight really quickly. Yeah, we lost about 888k, not great unfortunately. However, we did end up making a mil in profit on the Hydra leather and the malediction ward. Very surprising from that one. Don't usually get margins that big. And with some of the other items that combined, we ended up getting about 4.8 mil overnight, which now seems to be kind of our average, which is much better than it used to be. Okay, we still have a few items we're selling off here, but we'll go ahead and claim everything. Okay, I'm gonna try the twisted horn again. It has a really good margin if I'm just patient enough. Well, I'll go ahead and do 4 of them at least. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do more than that. Okay, there's a nice little margin on the Master Wand of about 40k more or less. Double the buying limit for this one, or 177 mil investment. I really do have a lot of money here, but honestly, the Torture Ornament Kit has a pretty good margin compared to everything else. I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 times the buying limit. Okay, I'm gonna try the Saradomin's tier because it just recently got moved to the LMS drop table, which I think means it's gonna have quite a bit more volume to it and possibly an okay margin. 40k isn't really that bad, but we'll have to see what the volume looks like. It has a very high buying limit, which I like. Go ahead and try for 20 right now. Okay, I found a really big margin on the Ancestral Robe Top of about 300k. That is really good. And we can invest into, oh, I think the full buying limit. Perfect. Okay, that's gonna be it for now. I will check back in later today. I made a really big oopsie last night on 2 separate items actually. The Twisted Horn and the Saradomin's tier. Huge mistake. I probably lost the most money I have in a long time. Actually probably ever, because I technically lost more on my investment, but I didn't realize the loss and I eventually got it back. But here I'm actually going to realize that loss, and I already have on the Twisted Horn. I ended up losing about 5 mil on the Twisted Horn, and I'm looking to lose about 11.5 on the Saradomin tier. I forgot that moving it to the LMS reward shop would really affect its price because there are a lot of bots there, and it's just a lot easier to get LMS points than it was to get bounty hunter points. I guess I didn't really think that would be the case. So anyway, we ended up losing about 16 mil overnight. I did make a bit of money back, but overall a 14.5 mil loss, which really bites. We're getting so close that every loss It's frustrating because, you know what, that's just another day, 2 days, 3 days that I have to go. And we're just so damn close. So it is unfortunate, but the only thing we can really do is just keep on flipping. Okay, I'm actually going to try another twisted item. However, it's going to be the twisted buckler, not another twisted league reward. Not doing those again. Really struggling this week to find good margins. I kind of feel like all PVM gear is just way too inconsistent over the last week or two, mainly because of the Nightmare, which is going to be out soon. I'm kind of looking forward to that being released already. For one, we're going to get a bunch of new items. Not sure if I'm going to flip those because that is pretty risky and I really don't want to lose millions and millions of GP. But with that said, I'm pretty sure a lot of PVM items are going to crash, in which case we can take advantage of that, hopefully. Well, that is a pretty decent margin considering things this week. We found about 150k on the Cape of Skulls. That is still not a very good margin, but I guess I'll take it. That will put me out of my misery quicker and I can just go ahead and get up. Anyway guys, it's about 6:30 in the morning, so hopefully we can make something happen today and try to make back some of our massive losses. If I break even today, I will be extremely happy. Okay, it's actually only a couple hours later, but everything did sell off, so at least I can see how much money I ended up losing. We suffered a pretty massive loss, however, we have made a bit of money this episode, and we've done some daily flips, so I'm not really sure where we stand right now. We got a pretty good margin on the Arcane this morning, and a decent one on the Imbued Heart. Really just trying to get anything back today. Like I said, if we break even, I would be extremely happy. We started the episode at 980 roughly, so let's see where we're at now, and we can see if we can shoot for that goal. 970, which means we are down 10 mil so far. That's not great, but we're really going to try our hardest to make money today. I should be around, so I'll be trying to do as many active flips as possible. Because of how volatile the market is right now, I think those may actually be safer because at least I can get the flips done quickly, which kind of prevents huge market changes happening while I'm like jerking off or sleeping or something, which really seems to be happening quite frequently this week. So today I'm going to be starting off with a kind of mix of active flips and high margin flips. We're going to be doing the Arcane Spirit Shield. Hopefully will be pretty quickly. The Toxic Staff is another fairly quick flip. The Rim's Armor Set. We're going to try the Dragonfire Ward. That item specifically has seen a lot of movement recently. A lot more people are trading them. A lot of people maybe think it's going to be useful at the Nightmare, but who knows. Finally here we're going to do a Malediction Ward. And that is going to be it for now. I'll check back in later, hopefully with a bit more profit. So I've really been focusing on trying to do some more expensive items quickly, even if the margin isn't great. I think I've been focusing so much on trying to find high margin items that the only ones I have been finding are those that are experiencing really big price changes, and that is kind of maybe hurting me this week. I think I just have to accept lower margins on safer items. With that said, I ended up getting about a 200k margin on the Arcane Spirit Shield, and I did around 6 of them for about a 1.4 mil profit. I also got around 1.3 mil on the Justiciar armor set, and about 700k on the Hydra Leather, or at least when it sells off. Which means I got about 3.4 mil back, which is pretty good considering it's still only around midday. So where I live on the west coast of Canada, it gets pretty cold. We don't really have much to complain about because it is realistically the warmest place in Canada. But you know what? We still have a right to complain when it's cold. But whenever you do, somehow there's always somebody within earshot from somewhere fucking cold in Canada. And from out of nowhere, this guy will just slide right in and tell me about how, oh, in Winnipeg it's -40 every day and your eyebrows are shut closed. You got nothing to complain about, bud. Seems like this series is just partly me flipping and partly me just airing out my personal grievances with mild injustices I see within the world. Anyway, we're going to look at the Obsidian armor set here. Okay, we're going to go for the Cape of Skulls. I'm going to go for 13 of them. Okay, we're checking the Sanguinesti Staff. This is another item I probably shouldn't do right now. Okay, I'm going to find something else to put in these offer slots. I'm kind of struggling right now, but I'll put something in there that's real nice. So the other day I lost a lot of money, and it was kind of my goal to try to get all of that back. By the end of the day, I don't think I accomplished that because we lost like 13 or 14 mil, like a lot. Side note, the Saradomin's Tears have gone back up quite a bit, but now we did get a couple really nice flips overnight. The Basilisk Jaw, we ended up getting a 600k profit. I kind of had a suspicion it might be raising up a bit more, but we did 8 of them, which means we got about a 5 mil profit just on the Jaw. Another really surprising one was the Odium Ward, which I popped in here for 1975 and they instantly sold for actually 2,059. I really should start price checking these things again, but I didn't think they would be that expensive. But I ended up getting about a 1.7 mil profit on that. All of yesterday, I was kind of flipping arcanes and rapiers whenever I got a chance. I didn't get a lot of money this morning, but I think I still got about 600k. We got about 800k on the Tormented Ornament Kit, 450 on the Twisted Buckler, and about 600k on the Torture Ornament Kit. We'll go ahead and collect everything and see where we're at. 986 mil, really happy with that. We actually got a bit higher than where we started. We made quite a bit of money yesterday, and we're pretty much right back on track with one kind of sweaty day. Now, as the Nightmare is coming out very soon now, everything is kind of going all over the place. So nothing is 100% safe. The market's going up and down a lot, but we got to keep going because we're so close. Okay, the Imbued Heart is going up very quickly right now, so we're going to try to get in and flip a few of them. I don't want to hold on to this offer too long because we definitely could get burned on it, but it has a 150k margin, which is very good. Okay, I'm going to do a slower item. The Gilded Scimitar has about a 80k margin. Not ideal, but you know what, we'll do it. Okay, I'm going to do a really slow item. The Anku Sock has a really good margin, a very low limit, and a very low volume. But I'll try buying it for $31.95, and I'll go ahead and do triple the buying limit. Going to be a long-term investment for that one. Okay, a 300k margin on the Justiciar. Very good. I think I can go ahead and afford 7 of them. Okay, I'll find something else to put in this last offer slot, but that is going to be it for now. So it's quite a bit later on February 2nd, and unfortunately I've been slacking a little bit today. I haven't really been actively flipping too much to really try to make up that difference. We got around 450k on the Gilded Scimitar. The Imbued Hearts have been working pretty nicely for us, and we got around 800k on those. The Bandos Godsword Ornament Kit, while extremely slow, is getting us about a 100k margin. A bit less, but we're going to get around 720k on that. And we managed to actually buy 40 of the Infinity Tops, which I was very happy with. Unfortunately, the margin is very slim, but I've still gotten around 700k on the 20 odd so I've sold so far, which is around a 2.7 mil overnight profit. Not horrendous, honestly. But we're going to go ahead and put another offer in for the Bandos Godsword Ornament Kit. It's a very slow item, but steady, and no one seems to be undercutting me on it yet. Knock on wood. Well, the Twisted Bow is going back up in price again. It's pulling on my heartstrings here. I wasn't really paying attention to it until, well, now we're so close that it is actually fairly impactful. And then it dropped down to 1.075. Now it's going back up again to 1.09. Kind of all over the place. We're really going to have to see with the Nightmare. I wish I could afford it, honestly, before that. Because if it's like the best item at the Nightmare, that is going to suck. Honestly, I have no idea how much it could go up in price. It could go up hundreds of millions for all I know. And that would potentially royally screw me. But you know what? We're just going to have to see what happens. Maybe it's not good at the Nightmare and it'll crash back down to a bill and then we'll just be done. Okay, we're going to price check the Basilisk Jaw. Haven't had much luck on this item recently, although that is a very good margin of about 275k, something like that. So we'll go do a full buying limit. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and do the Armadillo chest plate, and that is going to be it for now, guys. I'll probably check back in tomorrow. I'm just sneaking on here quickly. I am supposed to be doing the dishes, so I'm not going to take too long here. The rest of the Infinity Tops, I think we actually sold at a loss, unfortunately. However, I did end up making a bit of money on the Gilded Scimitar and the Justiciar armor set. Overall, I think we probably broke even because we got about $1 million profit from our flips, and we ended up losing about a 100k margin on every Infinity Top on the last 10. So I think they kind of cancel themselves out. We decided to go with a lot of ornament kits today because the margins are good, just the buying limit is what's restricting us. And as we're not going to be here much today anyway, I thought I may as well put in a very, very slow flip. Now to complement those items overnight, I'm going to be putting an offer in for a Cape of Skulls. We're going to try the Devout Boots, which actually have a really nice margin in a very high limit, as well as Pearl Dragon Bolt. Haven't done that very much, but we'll give it a try. That's going to be it for today, guys. Just a quick check-in. So at this point, it's all resting on tomorrow. Hopefully, I can make it happen. I don't really know what to say, guys. I've been having a pretty bad week, honestly. I think we're still up money, and even the last couple of days haven't been horrible as far as losing money, but nothing very exciting. Everything has felt very lackluster the last couple of days, and the best thing I could find is like 100k margin, and then immediately it gets cut to like 20 or 30k. The margins seem very tight this week, and I'm not really sure if anyone else is experiencing that. For example, let's have a look at the Saradomin Godsword flip we just did. We initially price checked it at about a 120k margin. That was very good. We flipped one, and then the rest of them for only a 12k margin. Same thing for the Avernic Defender Hilt. 100k margin on it. We managed to sell 2, and now the rest for about a 50k margin, and we didn't even sell the rest, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. Everything just seems to be crashing right now. We're going to take a pretty big loss on this one again, but I don't really care. I just want to get everything back in cash. We had the Cape of Skull flip, the Ancient Wyvern Shield. We did a few things that were worth something. Like, what did we get on these ones? I don't even know. I've been trying so many different items today. I think we still ended up getting about a 50k margin on the Ancient Wyvern Shield, which is pretty good, but that was like the best thing we had. We got about 150k on that, but still not great. Clearly, I'm a little bit annoyed right now, but let's just hit collect and see where we're at. 989 mil. We have not made much progress. This is really frustrating. And we only have one more day till I'm going to upload. I'm probably not going to upload this till I have a bill because that just seems sad. Considering we started this week at 981 mil, we've only made 8 mil this week. We have suffered some serious losses. But you know what? It definitely happens, and I've just felt like this week hasn't been very good. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm really going to just try and do high volume flips all day. I'm not going to focus on leaving items in because everything seems to be crashing anyway, so it's probably not worth me doing that. So I'm just going to sit down and maybe do active flips for a couple hours and just see where that gets me. Okay, a couple hours ago we started at 980 and now we are up to 984, which means we made about 4 mil in a couple of hours. Pretty good. I got a very nice margin on the Spectral Spirit Shield along with a ton of other things. That brought us up to 993 mil. 7 mil to go, guys. Not too much time, but let's see if we can do it. Alright, it is the moment of truth. I had to kind of speed things along and sell things off a bit quicker than I would have liked. Now, last time I checked in, I was about 7 mil off of my goal. Now, we had one really good flip, which was the Ancestral Robe Top. We ended up getting about 500k on each one. We've just done so many flips now that they're totally buried. But I ended up getting about 4 mil in profit on the Ancestral. However, the Cape of Skulls and the Guardian Boots, I had to actually pretty much instantly sell just to get this done in time. That being said, I don't know how much money I'm going to get. It's going to be extremely close. But let's go ahead and hit collect and see if we have finally broken the 1 billion GP goal. And oh my god, that was so close. There it is, exactly 1 billion GP. Let's hit examine. I only overshot it by 261k. Oh, that looks so cool. 1 billion GP. We are pretty much done. That is pretty much how much the Twisted Bow was worth a couple of months ago. We would literally be done now. With that said, though, we still have a bit longer to go, but oh my god, look at that. It even overlaps here. There's too many numbers. I have never had that much money on any account in my entire life. Such a huge milestone and achievement. I'm so happy to be here, and again, thank you for all the support on the series. We are nearly there, so damn close. That is, of course, again, if the Nightmare doesn't totally royally screw me over. But you know what, we'll just roll with the punches at that point and see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a struggle for sure, but we ended up getting our goal, and that is all that matters. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.